good. How about you?
Me too. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's been a while.
Yes. How was your weekend?
My weekend was actually just an ordinary weekend. Nothing
Mm.
special.
I see. How's the dust level in your area?
That's very bad. Now it's okay. It's back
Mm.
to normal. Yeah, just 3 or 4 days in
Mm.
Korea. Last 3 or 4 days, dust level was really bad.
Oh, I heard about that. Yes, but it's nice to hear that it got better. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it got colder also. That's why.
Yes, right. Yeah, after the
Mhm.
rain yesterday, yeah, the drop, the temperature drop, uh, the temperature, yeah,
Mhm.
dropped very low.
I see. Yes, it feels like winter already.
Yes, right.
I see. Well, you just have to be very careful with colds.
Yes, right.
Yes. How's living with Corona these days? Is it getting better?
Actually, it's getting the actually our government tried to make the with Corona situation.
Uh-uh.
So they released some restriction about the um, time and then the numbers
Mhm.
to make it, yeah, try to make the with with Corona situation. So
Mhm.
they just uh, we had some limitation, as you
Mhm.
know, at night for
Yes.
gathering numbers. But the
Mhm.
government increased the gathering numbers, maximum numbers from 4 members to 10 members. And also,
Oh. Mhm.
the the stores have to close at, yeah, 9 p.m. But now
Mhm.
they can work operate until midnight.
Wow, I see. Not 24 hours.
Yeah, actually not 24 hours at the moment.
I
So
see.
yeah, that's why our COVID situation is getting a little bit worse. So our new members,
Oh.
new coronavirus patients numbers reaches to more than 3,000 patients.
Wow, I see. So it increased.
That's right. But yeah,
Okay.
actually the government has anticipated or has prepared the situation.
Ah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
consequently, they think this just a process or just that's a way to make the with corona, yeah, situation.
I see. Also, they have solution to the increasing number of positive cases.
Yes, right.
Okay. Well, maybe sooner or later, then they can control it. They can manage it.
Yes, right.
All right. Anything else to share with me?
Everything is okay with the, yeah, situation.
Okay. Then, what is your article for today's class?
Today, I would like to discuss the number of. Mm,
hmm
okay. Uh, I think have I have read some article, but
hmm
yeah, forgot what it is. So
hmm
okay. Okay. I just uh, I just want to discuss the number.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, number. mm, Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 1866.
1866.
66. Yeah.
Oh, previous
EU.
article.
Yeah.
EU.
Oh, yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
uh,
No.
I think we already discussed this uh, article.
I don't know. I haven't discussed this article, but maybe you discussed it with another teacher, but I never discussed
Okay, sorry.
this.
Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, okay. Actually, wanna. Okay. Why don't you start with 1894?
1890.
1994. Gun violence.
Uh-huh. I see. Could you please read your article?
Okay. Gun violence in the U.S. increased 30% during the pandemic.
Mm.
Gun violence in the U.S. rose by 30% during the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic compared to the year before. According
Mm.
to a new study published by Scientific Reports, researchers looked at data from the gun violence archive, which collects information on gun violence incidents
Mm-hmm.
from over 7,500 sources, including the government, media, and law enforcement. They found that guns caused almost 39,000 deaths and injuries, including suicide.
Mm.
In the 13 months from February 1st, 2019 to February 28th, 2020,
Mm.
increasing to more than 51,000 between March 1st, 2020 and March 21, 2021. During the first year of the pandemic, many people in the US were ordered to stay at home. Businesses closed and millions of people lost their jobs and incomes. Social distancing also meant that friends and family couldn't see each other. According to the researchers, these factors, among others such as an increase in domestic violence, could have caused a rise in psycholo- psychological stress and depression that contributed to the spike in gun violence. Gun sales also increased at the beginning of the pandemic, which could be another factor. According to the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, handgun sales rose by about 41% in March 2020 compared to March 2019.
Mm.
The researchers wrote some people may have panicked bought guns due to fears that they would soon be in short supply. But the increase in sales also meant more people had access to guns. Instances of gun violence rose significantly in 28 states, with Michigan, New York, and Minnesota among the worst affected.
Mm.
Alaska was the only U.S. state that reported fewer incidents of gun violence during the pandemic. With COVID-19, being less likely to lead to death among children and young adults. These groups are currently more likely to be killed by a gun in the US than the virus. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Any questions about the vocabulary?
Everything is okay with the vocabulary.
Okay. Where did researchers look at incidents of gun violence?
Researchers looked at data from the gun violence archive, which collects information on gun violence incidents from over 7,500 sources.
Mm-hmm, right. And what has contributed to the rise of gun violence in the U.S.?
Uh, Actually, contribute the the that could have caused a rise in psychological stress and depression that contribute to the spike in gun violence.
Mm-hmm, okay. So the increase of domestic violence, as others also. And which states have the worst incidence of gun violence?
Michigan, New York, and Minnesota among Minnesota's the worst uh, other uh, worst instance of gun violence states.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Yes. And do ordinary people need guns?
Actually, ordinary people don't need guns, and actually
Mm-mm.
in Korea, it's not allowed to buy or purchase guns. But
Oh.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
in America, they are free to purchase and keep their guns.
Correct. Yeah. So they are free. Here in the Philippines, actually, it's illegal, but I don't know why people have it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe
right. I
there's
also
something. Yeah.
heard in the Philippines if
Mm-mm.
you want to buy the guns, then you can
Mm-mm.
buy that at a very low price.
Ah, but that is illegal. It's not legal.
Yeah, that's illegal. That's
Yes.
right. But you can buy it.
Right. Correct, yes. But it's really hard, yeah, because you don't know who you are buying from. Maybe policemen, just in disguise like that. Or,
Right.
yes. And how does one get a gun in your country?
Um, actually, mm, only if you get some permission from the government or authority, yeah, as
Mm.
a public purpose, you can buy a gun, or only a licensed hunter can buy a gun for hunting.
Ah, I see. But of course, the gun for hunting is different from the normal gun, from the other guns.
Right. There should be a
Mm.
kind of a not a shotgun. There should be a long, and then yeah the actually the shape or the models are different from the general gun.
What do you mean by public purposes?
Public purpose, such as policemen or
Oh.
public officer, put to protect someone yeah as a bodyguard,
A
or
bodyguard.
you
Mm.
can purchase that.
How about politicians?
Politicians are not allowed to keep the guns.
I see. And what checks should be made before someone can buy a gun?
Mm, Actually, in Korean, the uh, it, general people couldn't, ordinary people couldn't get or couldn't buy any gun, even though they
Mhm.
have some, yeah, license. So they're not allowed to buy private purpose.
Mhm.
But
Yes, but
yeah,
mhm.
but for special cases, the government allows for some people with special condition. But actually,
Mhm.
I don't know what's the yeah cap, category or what's the license. Yeah.
I see, right. But if you were to give some kinds of checks, then what should be the thing to
They
consider?
should get the yeah mm, mental health test or
Uh-huh.
psychological test.
Mhm.
Yeah, it should not be yeah allowed to someone who is in depression or who are under big stress.
I see. So that means number one is they have to check their mental state.
Yes, right. I think so.
Right. Yes, of course. That is very important. Yes, if this person is emotionally stable.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. Well, then, any more or any questions to ask about this?
Everything's okay with the other.
I see. Okay. So then, if everything is okay, let's continue the conversation on Thursday. Okay?
Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Yes, you too. Bye.